My name is Lucio Maramba. I'm Director of Response Tracking at Mercury Media. Mercury Media is the largest independent media buyer in the direct response industry. The main problem we had at Mercury Media was we work with thousands of local and national stations across the country buying media for our clients. Each of these stations sends us a paper invoice every day, every week, every month. And the problem was trying to manage thousands and thousands of documents every single month, not only getting them into our system, but also making copies and redacting individual invoices for our clients. Laserfiche 8 is not only a document scanning technology, it's a document management technology. Not only are we able to bring in our invoices into our system, but we're actually able to manage them, store them, and then most importantly, OCR them and retrieve them when necessary. It's the difference between renting an off-site file storage space and having to comb through it for an individual document and having an individual pull it up almost instantaneously on their desktop. The difference that Laserfiche made to our business was astounding. We went from a staff of 5 individuals down to 2, and not only did we cover all of the work that was necessary prior to the implementation of Laserfiche, but we actually became more productive because of Laserfiche. Well, in our business, which is media buying, time is money. The longer we have to wait for results and the longer we have to wait to analyze those results, the more often than not, you lose that opportunity. And what Laserfiche allows us to do is retrieve documents on the fly and gives us that kind of in-depth history which we use to then fuel our media buying, often taking advantage of opportunities that, had we waited an hour or so, would not be there anymore. Well, I'm happy to say that as far as ongoing support, we really have not had to utilize AMI that much, mainly because not only is the software great in terms of Laserfiche 8, but the initial setup that AMI was able to do with us was quite thorough. My initial fear when we implemented the technology was that we would not have buy-in across all departments. In fact, what ended up happening was the opposite. We had individuals lining up not only to learn the software, but to also start to use the scanning stations to implement within their own departments. We know that if we need support, if we need help, AMI, George and his team are a phone call away, and if need be, they can come on site. Another main reason why we decided to go with AMI being a local company in Los Angeles. When we initially started with AMI and with Laserfiche, we only used the technology with one department. This department specifically worked with invoices that came in from stations that we needed to bring into Laserfiche, redact, and send copies out to clients. After we had proven ourselves in that stage, I was able to convince my bosses and my executives to actually expand the program beyond just one department. What we were able to do was expand the technology and AMI service from one department to all 8 departments across the company and leverage that technology while saving a lot more money and being a lot more cost-effective, even though the initial investment may have been slightly larger. It was a win-win situation on both sides, although we really needed that proving ground, which AMI and George were able to help hold our hands through in order to get to that latter stage where we implemented it company-wide.